You are listening to the Built to Grow podcast.
All right. Welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I'm your host, Tim Lyons, in studio, Scottsdale, Arizona, joined as always by Randy Angston. What's up, guy?
Hey, buddy.
So,
So,
all right. Hey, a couple things to note, guys. Right away, we've got the Fitness Growth Summit. The registration is opening. I'm not sure exactly if it's
hopefully next week.
Go to fitnessgrowthsummit.com. If it's open, you can register now. 30 speakers, same topic. You've got 60 days left of payroll. You've lost 50% of your clientele, and you need to rebuild your business. How would you do it? 30 different speakers, 30 different answers, all amazing presentations. It's all there for you, fitnessgrowthsummit.com. A lot of work went into this one.
Yeah, and we touched on it a little bit in the past, but I think my favorite aspect of this is we didn't just go to the same speakers you guys see and hear at every summit saying the same things over and over. I mean, we put a lot of time and attention, went outside the fitness industry a little bit as well.
Yes.
And, tied in some digital marketing experts, website experts, literally completely different industries.
I'll speak to him. We had Cody Neers, an e-commerce expert.
Yeah, there you go.
Todd Brown, who's somebody I look up to.
Absolutely.
We've hired him as for consulting. Amazing.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to go back and go out to his E5 camp. That was that was amazing.
Yeah, amazing information, guys. Stuff that nobody in the fitness industry is talking about. Nobody. That's Todd Brown. We got Dan Henry, a guy who's made millions and millions of dollars selling his educational courses. Amanda Dake talking about online programs. Andy Bradbury, Startup Active. We brought him on. He's the guy that does all of our websites. And then, Martin Rooney, Rick Mayo, Frank Nash, John Berardi, all those guys are on there. Plus many more. And you know what's also really cool? There are a couple of folks that are kind of up-and-comers brought it. They knew that they had to. Yeah. They knew the competition was high for this, and everybody brought their best. Guys, fitnessgrowthsummit.com. It's a free ticket. You can get access. It's only available for a specific 3 days. You can watch those recordings there, but if you get the all-access pass, boom, you get that kind of lifetime access to that.
Sure.
So I would say it's probably one of the most difficult things that we've done to, as far as a summit speaker, marketing thing that we've done, funnel. It's been hard, but the information is evergreen. So
it's invaluable. I mean, at a time right now where how many of you guys listening? I mean, how many of you are in a situation where you've lost a percentage of your membership? Cash flow is at an all-time low. You might not even be open since March still. I mean, we're speaking to this is real world applicable information, and we did our damnedest to bring some serious fire. So
some serious goodies. And one of the things that almost every speaker talked about is cutting expenses was kind of a theme, but never cutting marketing. They said, don't cut your marketing. That was a topic that came up in our Business Talk with Fitness Professionals group on hey, are you guys scaling back your marketing? The answer is no. Do not ever, under any circumstances, stop marketing. That doesn't mean you have to spend money on marketing. It just means that you should never stop marketing. But I would also recommend you not stop spending on marketing, because that's how you're going to get the biggest reach anyway. And really, what is marketing? What is marketing? What's the goal of marketing? And the answer to that is to multiply capital. Multiplication of capital is what you do. What the kind of the end result is of marketing.
Successful marketing.
Correct. Successful marketing. The goal is to put $1 in, make $4 out the back, or more, or at least double. Like $2 out is great. I've seen, we call it ROAS, return on ad spend, 1.5. It's okay. You're still making more than you're investing, so there's a return on investment there. So that just means you put $1 in, $1.50 comes out. And if that's the case, you know what? That's still a win. It's still a win.
Every time.
Yeah. And so, really the takeaway for this episode is what are you doing right now that is getting your voice out there? Because guess what's happening? There's people that are really interested in fitness right now. Really interested in fitness. I mean, we're seeing extreme growth, and that's because we doubled down on marketing.
Yeah.
We practice what we preach here at Pulse, and we were like, you know what? I'm doubling down. Everybody else pulled their money out. We're going double down, and we're getting leads and clients. And hell, I mean, I'll share our ad spend, our last $5,000 in ad spend has generated $20,553. I mean, it was just under $5,000, $4,935 generated well over $20,000. Keep doing that.
Take it.
And so what does that go to show? I mean, it's basically saying like people are out looking for, fitness right now.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about a couple things you can do for marketing. I think there's a lot of like normal things. You can shoot emails out. You can do organic posting on your social medias, but then there's also other stuff like educational. You can run lead magnets.
Yep.
We spoke to lead magnets not too long ago.
Yeah, we talked about what was that podcast about? Controlling traffic,
There you go.
right?
Yes.
And marketing is a big aspect in that. How do you bubble somebody up into the control and being able to create that one-to-one?
Yeah,
you need to
they own your traffic.
owning the traffic, yeah. And lead magnets are a great way to own that traffic. Get somebody into your wheelhouse so you can now create that one-to-one communication.
Yep. I mean, going live and just talking about life. I mean, that's marketing too. It's transparent marketing. That's showing people your face, because that's something that comes up quite a bit. And some of the stuff you talk about, Randy, is like, when they see you on the video and then they walk into the gym and see you talking to them, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, closed loop.
Not only that, but how about here's a conversation I had with one of our coaching clients this past week. Actually, it was a previous coaching client. No, it was a CLA client. I gave a little additional bonus to.
Okay.
I had to think of who it
Hashtag
was, and I'm like getting into the conversation. The issue here was he needed his marketing to represent his clientele, not what he necessarily wanted his clientele to look like or what he looked like. And so, we've had this conversation here when we redesigned Pulse's websites and things like that. We want our marketplace to have as clear of an image and understanding of what it's like being inside this facility without them actually being inside this facility.
Very true.
So at the end of the day, if you run a gym, if you run a normal training facility and your clientele is Gen Pop, why do you have bikini models in, their on-stage clothing and shirtless men all over your website when that's not what your clientele looks like and that's not the clients that you serve?
I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, and this came up not that long ago where there was this marketing company out there kind of just boilerplating these templated, funnels for gyms. And I don't know. I looked at some of them. There was a client that had a coaching call with me or like a discovery call.
Mm-hmm.
I think you were busy. I took it. Anyways, I got into her, marketing, what she's doing. And I looked at it, and there was, sure enough, it was like that stock image of the girl with like tiny shorts and a little crop top, sports bra doing a plank or a push up or something. And I was like, is this not knowing much about her business, I was
Sure.
like, this is the kind of clients in your gym? Because there are plenty of gyms that have
Absolutely.
that clientele. But she's like, no, it's not. I was like, who's your clients? Well, it's like, moms and dads looking to lose 30, 40 pounds, over 40. Okay, well, this has to change.
That does not speak to that client.
This has to change. You're going to scare the crap out of those people.
There you go, the mindset aspect of it. What is that message sending to somebody who is the mom and pop looking to lose 40 pounds? If they're on your website and they're seeing this is who you're serving, do you think that they want to walk in and join your semi-private group working out next to these individuals?
The answer is it's hurting more than it's helping.
Absolutely.
Sure, you're going to find those people that are like motivated by that and they don't look, but let's talk about tiny percentage.
Yeah.
You're scaring people off. Like, stop doing that, guys. Just think about it. Put yourself in the shoes of the people you're trying to attract.
That's probably the biggest thing is getting out of our own way. It's often, and it's not a bad thing. Fitness has always had a stigma around, big egos, shirtless, the shirtless trainer guy and all of this thing, but that's not who people want to buy from anymore. That's not going to be the sustainable, long-term, big brand, self-sustaining business. Again, tiny fraction of the marketplace. If you're trying to play a law of averages and be as successful as possible, speak to the people you're trying to serve.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the honest truth is the people you're looking to serve, if you're serving who we're speaking of, they're scared. I don't know. I mean, I've had people in the parking lot afraid to get out of their car for the first time And it takes everything they can just to walk in because they think they're going to be the most out of shape person.
Yeah, I'm going to be judged.
I'm going to get judged. I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to embarrass myself when I start working out here because I'm going to be out of shape. You got to lower the barrier. And if you're showing the shirtless, selfies and stuff like that, it's hurting more than it's helping. Does it help some people? Yeah, it's
Sure.
not. There's always an exception to the rule, but you're hurting more. So let's just think about it from that aspect. If I'm looking to attract the majority of the people, and maybe 3% of them are motivated and 97% wouldn't be, let's look at the 97.
Yeah.
Right. But no, don't turn your marketing off. I mean, that's really what this topic's about is to not stop, being out there.
And understanding, even on the smallest scale, when a campaign wins, it wins. And that doesn't mean shut it off. If like the hard numbers we were talking about before this, you could spend $100 and make 150. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean, I didn't get 5,000. It's a loss. No, it's a return on investment.
Right.
If you sit at a poker table and you throw out $100 chips and you leave with 200, are you complaining that you didn't get 5,000? No, you're happy because you made $100 more than you sat down with. Marketing is the same thing every single time.
It's multiplying capital.
Multiplying capital.
We talked about it. Yeah, that was the first kind of opener of this episode is, look, it doesn't matter if it's $1.50 off $1 or $5 off $1. You're still coming out ahead. You still want to lose. And, I think one of the best things, when you can get to a point to where you're self-liquidating your front-end offers with, with your first month's return, and everything after that's profit, that's an absolute win. Let me explain that a little bit better. If I can run marketing, let's just say it's for an $89 trial.
Okay.
That's our kind of standard here. If I can run my marketing at a net zero or a slight gain, if I invest an $89 to get $89 back, well, that's a wash. It's a zero. It's called a self-liquidating offer, meaning I can spend $1 million and I make $1 million back, but I've got 50,000 new clients out of it. My return's happening after that first month or that first initial 2-week offer.
Sure.
So now I'm looking at it like, well, I'm self-liquidating the offer over and over. I'm making the money back right away within the first week of running it. Don't turn it off. Maybe it didn't make you $10,000 the first week, but it made your money back, and that's the best position to be in.
Absolutely.
Self-liquidation.
Absolutely. And we talk about it all the time, the lifetime value of a client. If we know that two weeks for $89 is just the beginning, that client's potentially worth $5,000, $6,000, $7,000.
Yep.
An $89 cost per acquisition isn't anything.
Well, it's really zero. I mean,
you have netted it out.
Yeah, you netted it out. Sure. Well, you got to.
Let's say it was a free trial.
Sure.
Let's say you went into the hole and you spent $89 to get somebody into the gym who did a free trial.
Yep.
And now you converted them into a membership. Guys, it's still a winning campaign because the cost and the return on the investment is still there.
Yeah. Yeah. Period. End of story. I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
Stop. I think the folks that maybe got spoiled early, let's just say 14, 15, 16 in the Facebook spend, spend 500, make 5,000, 10x returns, 20x returns on their investment. So you kind of got spoiled then, and so now if you get a 2x, 3x return, you kind of feel like that's a loss.
Yeah.
Like, what are we really talking about here?
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's a lot of, as we made the transition out of lead generation, that was consistently the call. That was consistent. Well, how many clients are you going to get me out of this? Or can I get it for that spend or that cost? And anytime it was, these are trial clients. We have no control on how long they're going to stay in the business, right?
It's up to you.
But having to help educate the gym owner on a winning campaign when it's focused on trial members was a big undertaking because we were spoiled, guys. It was stealing. Tim and I were sitting here. It was insane with the clients that we were helping. It was 24/7. I mean, every minute it was insane. Clients were buying stuff all of the time.
Yep.
But that was again, we were spoiled. The marketplace has changed. The cost per impression on Facebook has gone up 25% per quarter since its inception as an ad platform. Last time I did the math, I can't take a $400 ad spend, and tell my clients now they need to spend 20 times that in order for the same results. So as the marketplace got more expensive, cost per acquisition got a little bit higher. Clients wanted the same result, but if you're not willing to spend the same money for the same result, we can't do the same thing.
Yeah.
And so we just had to realign kind of our understanding of it.
Well, the thing I'm proud of ourselves is that we pressed the gas as hard as we could at the time because we knew how good it was.
We talked about it all the time.
We knew how good it was where a lot of people still didn't. We're like, this is ridiculous. And I think you had to be in business for 4 or 5 or 6 years before that to understand that how good that was. There's people that opened up their gyms in 2016 and 2015 that think that's the way it always was, but it wasn't. And I think I kind of explained that to everybody we were speaking to. This isn't going to last forever, and you need to double down, triple down, quadruple down to get as many clients out of this as possible. And so when you do find another profitable marketing source, like I have, which we won't speak to, you got to go all in. Like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you go in?
Well, even to that point, when you have a winning ad campaign, even on a platform like Facebook, if you know you're making a profitable return, don't be afraid to throw a few more bucks at it and scale it. That is how you scale a campaign. If you see success, if the numbers are there, if there's a profitable return, put more money in the front end, you get more money in the back. These are fixed percentages.
Sure.
This is how we used to take our clients and get them those successful numbers, was because we had the ads, the ad spend to be able to throw towards it. We don't start with your full ad spend, throw it all in there and say, hey, I hope this works.
No.
We start small and we scale from there once we've seen success, once the data and the numbers tell you. But that's now you have to. I just had a conversation with our clients today, our coaching clients, on momentum. You guys have it. Run hard right now.
Yep.
Right now, because tomorrow or next week or whatever changes,
it'll change.
Something is going to change.
There's one thing that always changes, and it's change. It's going to change. That stays consistent. The one thing that stays consistent is change. Nothing stays the same forever. So when you do find that winning campaign, double down, triple down, scale it. Put all your eggs in that basket for that time being and run it hard. So, guys, girls, if you're out there and you're reopening and you're thinking about what do I do? Well, first off, go to maybe those staple campaigns. I had one of the, I'll just kind of spill the beans on this one a little bit, on the Fitness Growth Summit that I did the recordings on, and, it was kind of like a 4-step, how to get yourself out of the hole. Well, it's the answer to the question that the whole topic is. The very first thing the guy was talking about was like, let's go find some paid in fulls right now. Let's generate some revenue and set a goal. Maybe it's 10 grand. I want to get 10 grand. So how do I get 10 grand? I get some paid in full packages. Maybe you sell them out, like a 20, 30% discount. If they buy now, all in, call it Black Friday, call it flash sale, whatever it is. Take that 10 grand and now you multiply the capital and start running hard on the marketing. And the thing he was talking about was, some type of challenge. And what I was laughing about on the interview today was, 10 years ago, challenges were then. 10 years ago or 10 years from now, there's going to be challenges. And why is that? Why do challenges or short-term programs, why do they still work, even though some markets been destroyed by the bait and switch style? But what I'm saying is the challenge, the concept of a start date, end date, specific amount of time, specific amount of training sessions, all inclusive, set price point. Why do those work? Well, the answer is, wouldn't it be nice if people would just get off the couch on their own, walk into your gym and say, I need your help, because they realize they're self-motivated? If that was the case, everybody would be walking around with six-pack abs and everybody would be self-motivated. What they need is that thing. They need the thing to get them to say, yeah, I can do that thing, and then I'm going to do it. So, call it a challenge, call it a 21, 30-day, whatever it is. It's all the same damn thing. We used to call them bracketed programs. Yeah. And what we meant by the bracketed program is like you have everything you need within the brackets, and that's your start date, end date, cost, X amount of sessions, what your nutrition plan looks like, what your accountability, what your schedule was. It was all in the brackets. And somebody looks at that and like, yeah, I can do that, because they know when the start and the end is.
Yeah, it's almost like bite size. result. You know what I mean? Like it's not overwhelming to the person that's getting off the couch and looking for that ultimate change. But scarcity, urgency moves them into action. Now they see something that's tangible, or it's realistic for them, right? It's not an overcommitment like an annual program is yet or something. And then the other psychology comes in, and the try before you buy aspect. And now it's your opportunity to over deliver on this client's experience and turn them into a long-term paying client.
Yep. And that's where you get your return. So we'll end on this. Guys. We use this same analogy. And I guess this doesn't really fit into the ending, but this is something I want to mention. When you're looking at marketing, you're looking at how much should I be willing to spend to acquire a client. You have to understand what the client's worth.
Yes.
And you have to go backwards and look at your data from your years in business or 6 months in business, or at least if you have longer term data, like 10 years of data, that would be even better.
Massive.
And I can say, of all of my clients, on average, they spend this with me. And that's, on average. And so now I know, let's just say you've had 5,000 clients over 10 years, and on average, they spent $3,800 with you or $4,000 with you. What would you be willing to buy? And we always kind of relate this to a bar of gold. Like the bar of gold's worth $4,000. That's what your client's worth. What would you be willing to buy that bar of gold for? If somebody came up to you and put the bar of gold on a table and said, "Hey, this bar of gold is worth $4,000. Will you buy it for $1,000?" Well, if I said $600, you'd probably say yes. If I said $1,000, you might start wondering. But really, think about that: $1,000 in, $4,000 out. I think that's a deal. So
hey, I'm buying that at $3,500, by the way.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Realistically, right, guys? There's a return on investment built into it right in front of you. It's hard math.
Yeah. And just look at your clients the same way. I mean, not to say that clients are just numbers. To your business they are, because the P&L is just looking at numbers.
Don't care.
It's what are you willing to buy the client? And that's what you're doing. You're buying customers at a profit. And that's the end of the day. That's what you're doing in marketing. Multiplying capital, buying customers at a profit. Don't stop marketing. Guys, until next time, keep changing lives. See ya. Bye.